We've all been there. It's like 3:00 p.m., you just finished lunch, and suddenly your brain just turns off.
Oh yeah, the fog rolls in.
Exactly. You are hunting for a candy bar or a coffee just to function. And we know that crashes blood sugar, but the usual solution is just eat better.
Which is much easier said than done. Biology is stubborn. Your body craves that quick energy, even if the crash completely ruins your afternoon.
Right. And that is why I wanted to do this deep dive today on SugarMute. It's making a ton of noise right now.
It is. A lot of people are calling it this ultimate shield against sugar spikes.
Yeah. But instead of just looking at the flashy ads, I pulled the actual ingredient profile and this study with 150 people claiming significant improvements. I wanted to see if this is actually a metabolic hack or just, expensive placebo dust.
I'm really glad you pulled the data because I have to play devil's advocate here. Usually when I hear blood sugar support, I assume it's just cinnamon and wishful thinking. So is there actual pharmacology happening?
Surprisingly, yes. It's not just random herbs. The core mechanism relies on a few heavy hitters. First, you've got Gymnema sylvestre.
In the literature, they call that the sugar destroyer.
Spot on.
No.
Because the atomic arrangement of the gymnemic acid molecules actually mimics glucose, so it fills the receptor locations on your taste buds and in your intestines.
Oh, that is legitimate science.
Yeah.
Essentially locks the door so sugar can't even get in.
Yeah.
And usually you see that paired with chromium picolinate, right?
Yes, that is the second key player here. It improves insulin sensitivity, basically greasing the gears so your body can process the sugar that does get through. Plus, they claim 0 side effects because it's completely natural.
So on paper, the mechanism works. Block absorption, improve processing. But here's my issue. Working on paper is very different from working in a human body.
Fair.
You mentioned that study with 150 people. I looked at that data, and I have to be the buzzkill. This wasn't a double-blind, placebo-controlled pharmaceutical trial. It was observational.
Meaning it's just correlation?
Exactly. We don't know if their blood sugar improved because of SugarMute or because being in a study made them stop eating donuts for breakfast.
That is a very fair critique. And actually, the documentation supports that skepticism. There's a huge disclaimer in there that results vary based on lifestyle and consistency.
Because it's not a magic pill.
Right. It's not a magic eraser for a bad diet.
If you wash this supplement down with a liter of soda, the Gymnema doesn't stand a chance. It's a tool, not a cure. The data suggests it acts more like a catalyst to amplify the effort you're already making.
And it requires strict adherence. You can't just skip 3 days and expect it to keep working. You usually see results in the first month, but you have to maintain that saturation in your system.
Now, speaking of getting it into your system, we have to talk about how you actually buy this stuff. This rubbed me the wrong way.
The buying restriction.
Yeah, you can't get it on Amazon. It is strictly locked down to their official website.
They spin that as quality control, though, ensuring you don't get a counterfeit.
Sure, but let's be real. That is a direct-to-consumer marketing funnel. It prevents you from seeing third-party reviews, stops you from price shopping. It's a massive red flag for me.
I see that, but let me play the other side for a second. The one redeeming factor is the safety net.
The guarantee.
Exactly. They offer a full money-back policy. So financially, the risk is actually on them. If it doesn't stop your 3:00 p.m. crash, you get your money back.
And that is the only reason I'd say it's worth a test run. If they were hiding the product and keeping the cash, I'd say run away. But a refund policy does suggest they believe the formulation works for most people.
So here is the verdict. On one hand, we have a natural supplement with valid biological mechanisms that can theoretically blunt sugar spikes.
But the clinical proof is a bit softer than the marketing suggests, and it demands absolute consistency. Plus, you have to jump through hoops to buy it.
Right. It's for the person who is already trying to fix their diet and wants an extra edge. But if you decide to try it, do not get scammed by a lookalike. Since they lock down distribution, you have to use the official link to ensure you're getting the authentic ingredients.
Yep.
We've put that official link in the description below so you can check it out safely and see the transformation for yourself.
But before you click, ask yourself this. If you take the pill and your energy finally stabilizes, was it the chromium? Or was it the fact that buying the pill made you finally pay attention to your own habits?
The placebo effect is a very powerful drug. But hey, results are results. Thanks for deep diving with us today.